So finally made it to Mazar after a 45-minute flight, but the registration and everything took around an hour and a half or so, and we decided actually to go to Balkh today, first thing, having some lunch right now, and then gonna explore the ancient area here near Mazar, around 30 kilometers or so from the city. So yeah, I'll tell you guys more once we start visiting some of the places. Starting the day off with a little flight to Mazar. And how does Afghanistan look from above? Well, just as beautiful. Check out the snow-capped mountains. Tremendous, absolutely tremendous. Yeah, so FYI, Afghanistan still has two national companies, Ariana and Khmer, that we're flying on right now. And for the first time on a flight, guys, a shawarma is served. Where have you seen that before? Only on Khmer. Quite hilarious. Went again for some kebabs, of course. The buddies, they're having some pilaf, some pulao, and more kebabs right there. But yeah, bon appetit, first meal in Mazar. So the first stop here in Balkh, the oldest mosque on the territory of Afghanistan, which at one point served as the home for multiple religions, temple of the Buddhists, and so on. But check out the cool decorations. Let me. The details are outstanding. Check out those little circles, the flowers. Whole bunch of birds here, but it's extremely hot here in Mazar. Well, Balkh Mazar, kind of the same things. Like I said, Balkh is around 30 kilometers or so, so same temperature, no matter where you are. But yeah, 37, 36, something like that. And wearing the clothes, man, I'm sweating all over. But enough with that, and let's check out more of the surrounding area of Balkh, because it has a lot of history. A quick little stop at one of the tombs where the first Persian female poet is buried. And inside this complex we have a beautiful mosque as well, which we're gonna see in a little bit. But what's more welcome than some shade here in Balkh, in Mazar, and all this region, because it's scorching. I'm sweating all over. And here is the mosque as well. Well, you can't see the details that much, but very similar to the ones that we have seen in Uzbekistan. Let me zoom in. That way you can get an idea of the colors and everything. So, I mean, everything in this region, you know, everything that was in the Timur Empire looks very similar. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to stay much inside the mosque because I'm a non-Muslim, so that's the first that happened. But yeah, trying to find some good spots so we can actually take some glances of the outside of the mosque so you can see the beautiful colors. It's actually through the hole of a fence. And we have made it to the Balkh Fortress. Check out the remaining walls surrounding the area all the way there, quite a bit. This is all that's left. Again, the city of Balkh, Bactria, going back thousands and thousands of years. Told you I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of history, just the essentials. You know, I mean, this has been a melting pot of cultures, ethnicities, and so on, all the way from the Greeks. Alexander the Great stepped on these grounds, and he actually married Roxana. If you know a little bit of history, you know he conquered all the way to the borders with Afghanistan before things, you know, got complicated, retreated. But yeah, he married someone from this area. Very, very intriguing, everything. You know, Zoroastrianism was born in this area. You know, the Buddhists made it all the way here. You know, we had Christians, we had Jews, then Muslims, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, rich history in the city of Balkh, again also known as Bactria for us that speak Latin or have been taught in Europe in certain places. You know, we use Bactria, not Balkh. Here in the Middle East they use Balkh. There are actually walls all the way there as well on the left side. I thought this is the whole area, but no, there's actually more on the other side that I showed you. Smaller walls, you know, now a little bit populated. There's some houses there, but yeah, quite expansive. I mean, of course, it was the capital of a humongous empire. So right near the fort we have a tomb of a person, a legend in this lands, that supposedly, see that stone right there, was thrown by him all the way from the mountains in the back. A little bit foggy right now, can't see much, but yeah, quite intriguing. Like I mentioned previously, a whole bunch of history here, and I did mention Rumi as well, the Farsi, the Persian poet that I hope some of you have heard of. This is his final resting place. This used to be a mausoleum, the tomb, but now all ruined under this little shed in order to protect what's remaining. But yeah, quite interesting. This is actually, you know, within some of the city walls. As you can tell, we were right there somewhere. But yeah, we have seen those towers. We have more right here. Yeah, very, very unique place. Lots and lots of stuff. Like I mentioned, a melting pot of cultures, ethnicities, religions, and so on. Here is the view where you can actually see the outside of the dome as well, all made out of mud and bricks. Yeah, it's unfortunate that they did not want to restore this. It would have been quite unique. Another portion of the fortress, this one with a little tower here that was reconstructed, some stairways here, some irrigation. Yeah, let's see how this part looks like. This one has a whole bunch of towers as well, so we can get an idea. Way better than the previous one of how it looked all throughout. But that's kind of the main starting point. There you go, a good viewing point, so you can see the fortification towers. Very cool. This is the one that was reconstructed. You can tell the brick, all modern. But yeah, this is the countryside around Mazar. I've noticed, I'm not sure exactly what it is, another little fortress right there. I'm gonna zoom in, but it's gonna be a little bit blurry. So yeah, it looks pretty new. But yeah, lots and lots of wheat in this area. That's probably why they make that thick bread that looks very similar. You know, here they call it Afghan bread. 100 kilometers or so the border with Uzbekistan, you know, they call it Uzbek bread there, but very similar. There's a little memorial here for one of the poets here in Afghanistan, but also it offers a good viewing point. Two parts of the fortress. Check this out. Let's get a little bit closer. Yeah, so a lot of little things to see here in Balkh. Again, a lot of history, but not that many remains. And once again, sour cherries, the daily dose of sour and sweet. Heading to the mosque just for a little bit, just take some other photos and so on. Yeah, it is close to prayer time, so quite a few people probably inside, but still gonna go take some pictures of the details and so on. This is one of the places that I've ever associated with Afghanistan. Way back in 2009, 2010, when I was reading a book, I think it was called In the Footsteps of Marco Polo. I've seen the photo of this specific mosque, and ever since I was wondering if ever I would be able to reach this remarkable, colorful, grandiose site.